11 points in the fourth quarter. Still possible for a comeback, but, I paused it here just to set the stage, but you're feeling good about yourselves if you're the Steelers and if you're a player on the Steelers, and one of those players is Jalen Ramsey. So you see 4th and 1, Bengals are looking as though they're going to go for it. As you see, they actually don't end up going for it, so it's weird that that's what kind of starts everything, but, they decide kind of seemingly trying to draw the Steelers off sides, but we've cut over here. This is kind of the best angle that will show what we're here to talk about. They call this throwing a punch, what Jalen Ramsey's going to do. You see, I don't know if that's how I would describe it. You see how he kind of grabs on the face mask. I don't know if they're saying the right hand after that was the punch or if the smack with the face mask was. Either way, Ramsey gets ejected from...
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my...
And the fake to Warren. Here comes Osai. There goes the pass. D.K. Metcalf. Pass midfield and a first down catch and run. 37 rushing yards past couple games. Coming off the bye. Pitch out 2nd and 7. Warren sports 3. Cuts into the secondary. And now it's a foot race. Can they stop him there? A hit by Turner. Can't bring him down. What a run. And that probably is one of the things this offense has lacked. Explosive playmakers. 2nd and 8, Gainwell the back, and he gets the call. A foot race here with the rookie Carter. Touchdown. Five in the secondary. Flacco 3rd and 11. Here they come. There he goes, right at the marker, and looks like they got the first down. Yes. And that left tackle looked like he was moving Brown. No yellow. Here's a pass. Josivach, who's not doubled, is left free. Gets the first down pass on 3rd and 6. Another completion through the air by Flacco. 7 yards. Josivach.
Better get that ball out of your hands.
Chase on the move. Chase Brown gets the call. Swerving and accelerates into the secondary. He made a miss and finally brought down on the play by Ramsey. Nice. Brooks is the running back. Flacco to the air, and time. Flag, as you see, and to the side. Caught by Higgins. He's in right now. Let's see what the flag is about. It is a hold on Pittsburgh. It'll count. It's a 28-yard touchdown pass to Higgins.
Higgins is just working a drag route. But watch as this play extends. He looks, he's not supposed to wheel this, but as the play breaks down, he's like, oh, I'm just going to go up the sideline. Flacco's able to find him.
Flacco with his 12th touchdown pass. Here is McPherson to try to tie the game in what has been a terrific start with a lot of wind and cold, blustery weather. It is good. Tied at 7. Flag has been thrown.
Personal foul, roughing the snapper. Defense number 94. Cincinnati would like to take it from the 2 to the 1 and try for 2.
Chase Brown in there right behind Flacco.
2-point try. Flacco has started 5 of 6, and look at the direct snap. The Wildcat. Brown can't puncture. Nice stop. Block was there. I was going to throw it back down to you for that. Yeah, here comes Gainwell in motion on a 2nd down and 8. He gets the pass, a one-handed grab, a block by Metcalf, and then tackled out of bounds by Oren Burks.
Tomlin was telling us how physical that group can be.
Connor Hayward, the tush push. And he looked like he was stoned at the line. I don't think he got it. Into the nickel. Jones the block at the left tackle underneath. And it was caught by Austin. He's just beyond the 45. And that trade with the Tennessee Titans. It's 3rd down and 6. A chip right there by Chase Brown going deep. And it is knocked away. What a play by Pierre. Replacing Slay. Gainwell the back. 2nd down and 11. Here comes Rodgers underneath. Freiermuth. They'll get by the defense of Carter, and it will take a village to bring him down.
Yeah, it hasn't gone their way, but they felt like coming into this game, they could get this thing done. They're right back in the mix.
3rd and 21. Underneath they go. Oh, the hurdling big man, Washington. Jamar Chase, just 1 catch so far. 3rd and 6. Brown the block. Here's a nice one-handed catch by Chase. First down. And he was tripped up finally by Porter into the secondary.
The importance of this game. He said, I'm not normally a standings or stats guy, but he goes, I thought it was important for them to understand the importance of this game.
3rd down 7. There's the time. Here's the hit. There's almost picked off on the play. Duggar had it, or almost did. Looking for Brown.
Back adjusting to the talents of what he has on offense.
Gainwell was the back. Bartanu with the block, and Rodgers will find the escape hatch. Can he get the first down? Yes, he can. Hits the deck, slides into second. Gainwell again out of the backfield. Jones the block at the left tackle. The muscular tight end Washington, running roughshod, bulldozing, plowing. Wow! Catch and run. 31. Over again this drive deep in their own zone. 1st and 10. Gainwell. Nice block. Salomalo, and here goes the run for a first down. Brought down by Osai. He is suited up for the first time as a pro. Gainwell the back. 3rd and goal. And Rodgers incomplete.
Like a good neighbor, stay far.
By Chris Boswell, and tack on 3 more. And Pittsburgh leads it 10-6.
I've been impressed with the defenses, the adjustments they've made, and how they've. And I think the wind has had a factor in it too, Kevin. I think the wind has been a big factor here in the first half.
So each team on their first possession got touchdown passes. Gainwell and Flacco with the 1st and 10. Brown gets the call. Big hole opened up by Mims. He's into the secondary. They can't even tear him down. Flacco through the air, 11 of 18. Playing with the bad shoulder today. This is Brown. Tries to cut. He does. He got outside of Porter and tries to wheel, and he will find room. Joe Flacco, top 25 all-time in touchdown passes and yards. Underneath, it's Chase. 2nd catch today, down to the 26. Drilled on the play by Echols. And the wind is, your guess is as good as mine what the wind is going to do to it. And he drills it home. It's a 1-point game again. Gainwell the back, 3rd down and 2. Rudolph in for the injured Rodgers is questionable. And to the air. And the backpedaling catch on a first down, Gainwell. With a 3rd down and a long 11. Here they come. Salamo with a block and a catch made downfield. Grabbed right there by Roman Wilson.
I think the arms extended and the separation is what drew the flag.
3rd and 17. Underneath, it's Washington. Stiff arms his way into Stone, hanging on for dear life, and he leads him for a first down.
Well, you got 2 guys coming up that combined have about the same size. So
18-yard gain, Rudolph to the air. And underneath, Metcalf. He'll dance and drive, and Battle will get another first down lunge or close to it. 5 started back at the Pittsburgh 27. Couple of 18-yard passes through the air.
Metcalf's lined up in the slot.
3rd and 2, crumbling pocket, chased by Osai, chased by Murphy, and has to throw that baby away. Incomplete. 4th and 2, the defense of Cincinnati holds again. So here's a complete. Chased by the air.
Metcalf's lined up in the slot.
Third and 2, crumbling pocket, chased by through the air.
Metcalf's lined up in the slot.
3rd and 2, crumbling pocket, chased by Osai, chased by Murphy, and has to throw that baby away. Incomplete. 4th and 2. The defense of Cincinnati holds again. So here's a field goal try at 30 yards to extend their lead, and he belts it right through from 30.
And he's transitioned very well.
3rd and 10. Flacco with time underneath. Fant will dive, and he got the first down. Broke a tackle on the play. They couldn't bring him down on the initial hit by Pierre, and he was finally brought down as Flacco's thrown a touchdown pass today at 28 to Higgins. 2nd and 6 to the near side, and brought in by Higgins again. He's tackled by Pierre. Deflected passes as any in the NFL. 3rd and 9. Sample the block. It's intercepted. It's picked off by Duggar. He's got room. Sample the block. It's intercepted. It's picked off. 3rd and 9. Sample the block. It passes as any in the NFL. 3rd and 9. Sample the block. It's intercepted. It's picked off by Duggar. He's got room to roam. There's a block on the play by Herbig. You can't kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. fakes.
It's the pressure. Watch the pressure coming here. Duggar's up here. He's going to drop into the middle of the field. Watch, you blitz, so all of a sudden you got man coverage, but Duggar is in a robber mode. So he's floating in the middle of the field. He's not assigned to anybody. He goes to the middle of the field. So when they go to throw the hot throw, when Flacco goes to make the hot throw to Higgins.
If they lose today, 3 games out and not a lot of time left, 7 games. Back to pass, 2nd and 7, Flacco. And right on the screws, it's caught in front of Duggar by Higgins. First time in the red zone today. From behind, they got him. Herbig. First time in the red zone today. From behind, they got him. Herbig. Coming in, starting for Alex Highsmith. McPherson. And curls in good from 48.
Given the appearance of rushing 5, I'd be hard-pressed to think they're going to do that. They drop out into zone. Oh, my gosh, they let him over the top.
Gainwell, Washington a block and a first down run, staggering to the 35. What a block, Washington a block and
out into zone. Oh, my gosh, they let him over the top.
Gainwell, Washington a block and a first down run, staggering to the 35. What a block by the tight end, Washington. They're going to go with 4 in the secondary. 2nd down and 7. The fake to Warren. Here comes Rudolph, and he's got DK Metcalf at the 20. And shoved out of bounds by Cedric Johnson. Nice one-handed snare. Got a block on the play from McCormick. Swerving inside the... Nice one-handed snare. Got a block on the play from McCormick. Swerving inside the 10. Tackled by Battle.
2 of the next 3 would be Baltimore twice.
2nd goal. Gainwell breaks the tackle right. 2nd goal. Gainwell breaks the tackle right there of Burks and goes in for 6. His 2nd touchdown reception today.
And Tomlin talked about the practice during the week. Of course, they've had to deal with some adversity. No Rodgers here in the 2nd half. Gainwell, though, breaks the tackle and gets into the end.
He'll go outside, and it's caught here by Fant, and quickly on him. Eccles, the ball jarred free, picked up Pierre. He'll take it in. It is a touchdown. Pierre. It's caught here by Fant, and quickly on him. Eccles, the ball jarred free, picked up Pierre. He'll take it in. It is a touchdown. A 2nd turnover touchdown by the defense. It again.
One more time, the ball starts coming loose right before the knee makes contact. Pierre's there waiting to scoop and score.
Steelers lead the NFL in points off turnovers, and they got 14 of them today. 2 defensive touchdowns, 2 short touchdown passes to their running back by 2 different quarterbacks. It's Chase Brown on 2nd down and 3. Steeler history today, and now is back in games played and back of Ben Roethlisberger. 1st and 10. It's Jamar Chase on the sideline and grabbed there by Porter and Russell to the ground. Here on CBS at the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 7 for Flacco. It's Tanner Hudson and getting away, squirming away from Wilson, and then brought down after. And Flacco again. To the air, 4th and 1, and Pierre got it, but was he in bounds on the pick? No, on the chalk. 5 seconds.
Speaking of opportunities, Mason Rudolph, a heck.
FanDuel's dropping profit boosts every.
So it's up. I'm gonna talk about football after that, respectfully. I'm always gonna be all for trash talking, shit talking, stuff like that. I actually enjoy that part of the game. I think people know that. But and that's what we was doing. I mean, after the first one, the first little thing, the play before, he tried to like crack block me or whatever. You know, I mean, I got up off that, and then we got up talking or whatever. And he snatched my mouthpiece off my face mask, and that's when I mushed his face mask, and then we, whatever. That was just a little scuffle. But the refs told us right there, like, hey, y'all chill, no more of this. Cool, so, you know, I'm knowing, like, no more. And after the first one, the first little, I'm always gonna be all for trash talking, stuff like that. I actually enjoy that part of the game. I think people know that. But and that's what we was doing. I mean, after the first one, the first little thing, the play before, he tried to like crack block me or whatever. You know, I mean, I got up off that, and then we got up talking or whatever, and he snatched my mouthpiece off my face mask, and that's when I mushed his face mask, and then we, whatever. That was just a little scuffle. But the refs told us right there, like, hey, y'all chill, no more of this. Cool, so, you know, I'm knowing, like, no more. Just talk shit, but let's keep it clean so we, you know, everybody's staying or whatever. The next play, same, we was talking, which I'm cool with. And then, yeah, as soon as he spit, it was bad. Yeah, I ain't gonna tolerate that part of it. So, I'm sure the NFL, look, they'll do their due diligence. They got 100 cameras out there. They can investigate. They can see everything. I just told y'all was facts. I ain't gonna tolerate that part of it. So, yeah, as soon as he spit, it was cool with. And then, yeah, as soon as he spit, it was bad.
About a month ago, you talked about responding to adversity, and it seemed like you guys had a lot of that today with penalties, Jalen getting ejected. How did you see your guys respond to that today?
Just communicated about it. Didn't shy away from it. Can't be mad with, like, you know, passionate play by all my guys. But it's about, you know, dealing with that and coming back from that. I thought we did a good job of just, you know, really just battling back from that. And, you know, we don't ever want to see guys kicked out, but when one of our guys gets treated like that, I feel like we just handled it the right way.
The Ramsey and Chase stuff, was that something that was ongoing the whole game, or did it just spark up?
Two competitors, but one guy took it too far. Our guy got penalized, but if you're going to spit on a guy, you don't belong in the game. And hopefully the NFL handles it because, you know, we all try to calm Jalen down, but if a man spits on you, that's a different reaction than you should ever have to deal with in a game.
What does it say about James Pierre that, you know, he's a guy who was on the practice squad coming out of camp and then today found himself locking down Jamar Chase?
You know, JP competes day in and day out. Ever since he's got here, he's always competed. And, you know, he's not scared of the moment. You know, you don't want to go against the top dog in our league right now. And he prepares the right way. And he's one of those guys you can ask to do a multitude of things, but he's never scared of that moment. And he played like it today.
What did you guys take?
Jim Hurts. Just do Tai Chi.
Mitch, you hadn't been in a game that mattered for a while here. What was it like when you found out and when you went in and it didn't seem to stop you from kind of attacking and converting third down?
Yeah, I was. You never know when you never know what's going to come, but I was, you always have a little jitters first time going back all year. So, but I was when we're running the ball the way we were, and then a couple guys made a couple nice plays on third and extra long. Darnell on that check down, Kenny on that kind of that flare route. So, I mean, 2 defensive touchdowns right when we needed the most was huge. So, and we ran the ball really well. I barely got touched. So offensive line, hats off to them. It was a lot of fun.
What was the timeline like? Did you know you were going in the game before halftime, after halftime? What was kind of the timeline?
Well, I mean, I saw what you guys saw, which was Aid kind of go down and gingerly a little bit, but I wasn't sure severity, and I'm still really not sure either. So we talked in the locker room, and he told me, he gave me the finger and said, "Hey, you're going." Not the bad finger, but the index, and said, "You're going in." And so we, appreciate Arthur Smith and Tom working with me to kind of get to the stuff that I liked in the game plan and tailor it to kind of my favorites. So it that's how it went.
Not only did you have that time, but you also had that really long, protracted Bengals drive that, had the ejection and all that built into it. Did that allow you guys to talk through some things to the sideline, sort of get your bearings back? Did that aid you in any way?
Yeah, I mean, I think you always want to use the time that you have on the sidelines, and I was sitting right there next to Arthur, and we were going through, just about every category, what I liked, and I sent him my favorite plays each and every week, but we were just kind of talking through what's already been called, and what do you like that's remaining that they haven't seen. So, yeah.
So are you comfortable with Kenny Gainwell? Having worked with him maybe a lot, but he had 3 big pass plays.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he I didn't know a whole lot of. I mean, I knew he was a Super Bowl champion last year, and I knew his name, but I didn't know how versatile and how great of a pass catcher he is, and runs the ball extremely hard, like Jalen Warren. But he did a great job today, and the extra effort to get in the end zone on that touchdown pass in the flat was huge.
Based on that first drive, you come in and then you lose Jalen very quickly. What does it say about the offense that you were able to find a way to keep going, score on that drive, which was a big answer for you?
Yeah, I think.
Appreciative of the efforts. I thought we certainly fought hard. We played hard. In some instances, we could have played smarter. And so there's individual and collective learning that needs to happen in some of those instances, but that's life. It's good to learn with the win. It was a big AFC North win for us. Aaron's obviously out with a wrist injury. It'll be evaluated in the morning. I'll give you guys more information there. Keyshawn Williams had a concussion. He's in the protocol. Jalen Warren had an ankle. I think he was able to return. The rest is bumps and bruises associated with play. Can't say enough about the collective effort. It certainly wasn't ideal. We got challenged in a lot of ways, but you're going to get challenged in the National Football League on weekends, and it's just good to get a win and get back on the right side of things coming off of a poor performance and obviously a loss the last time we saw these guys, and so it's doubly satisfying from that perspective. Questions?
Was it Aaron's right wrist, and what can you say about Mason and Kenny Gainwell making a big play?
It was his left wrist, and Mason's proven in the past what he showed today. That's why we value him as a member of this collective and appreciative of his play. And certainly Kenny Gainwell made play after play for us, winning in the flat and so forth. But a lot of guys did. I thought our tight end run after with Muth and Darnell in particular was really good. You got to be able to throw short and run long sometimes, win conversions in that fashion. Flip fields in that fashion, and so it was a lot of guys that contributed to that.
Has James Pierre grown throughout the year, not just in front of what we saw with our own eyes today?
He's grown throughout the years. Yes, he's gotten better with each and every year he's been here with his roles and his ability to respond to opportunity and so forth. There's a veteran high level of consistency that we're seeing right now. That's why I talked about him the way I talked about him, I think, on Tuesday.
What keyed the better defensive performance against Cincinnati this time?
I'm sorry?
What keyed it today? What was better today than?
We got stability at the safety position. Other than, Jalen not finishing the game, we got stability at the safety position.
Did you get any explanation of what happened with Jalen Ramsey, what led to him popping off against Jamar Chase?
I didn't need any. It doesn't matter. We gotta be smarter. We gotta stay in football games as individuals.
Just a follow-up to the safeties, Kyle Duggar. Can you talk about his effect on the defense, the interception that he made could be the changing point of the game?
He's a veteran player, man. That's been there, done that guy. That's why we coveted him at the trade deadline. He's been an asset to us, certainly, and increasingly so. I'm excited about moving forward with him as he continues to get solid in assignments, communication, and understanding.
Ramsey ejected? Was he ejected, Mike, or did you take him?
What's that?
Was he ejected?
He was ejected.
Okay, because I never heard you.
He was ejected. Yes, I'm sorry.
Aaron's injury designation was questionable. Could he have returned in the second half?
I don't have the answer to that, to be honest with you. I'll have more information next time we talk.
Do you think Mason Rudolph did? How did?
I'll have more information next. I don't have the.
Aaron's injury designation was questionable. Could he have returned in the second half?
I don't have the answer to that, to be honest with you. I'll have more information next time we talk.
What do you think Mason Rudolph did? How did you feel like Mason Rudolph did?
As I mentioned, he's always delivered when called upon in the past. That's why we value him. His performance was consistent with what he's done in the past for us. And not that we take it for granted. We don't. We appreciate it.
Did he return to the sideline, or was he just staying in the locker room after his injury, Aaron Rodgers?
Again, I don't know. My attention was on the field and those that were on the field.
Do you do anything in the second half?
I'm sorry?
Do you do anything in the second half to kind of account for the fact that Mason hasn't played? Do you make things a little bit more cautious or careful?
No, Mason's played a lot of football in this league. We might lean to things that are more in his wheelhouse, but it wasn't because of lack of play.
Jamar Chase had a big day against you guys last time around. This day, 10 targets, 3 catches, 30 yards. He talked about how they knew what you guys were going to do last time around. What did you change up this time that might have gotten in the way of him having a good day?
I don't know that we changed anything of any significance. I just thought we were more solid today, to be honest with you.
Coach, your thoughts on Gainwell, not just rushing, but also receiving as he's able to 81 yards.
And I think he also made a tackle on kickoff, you know. I value him as a football player first. We saw a lot of that, man, on his Philadelphia tape. He's good in a lot of areas, including special teams. And so we just respect what he brings to the table.
Did you see exactly how Aaron got hurt or what happened?
I did not.
You talked a lot about Mason thus far, and this is not to compare him to Aaron in any way, but when you have a guy that's familiar with your system, has experience as a Steeler, as a coach, is there any little bit of calming effect when you know number 2 is going in with his background here?
It's no doubt. It's no doubt.
Anyone else?
Mike, what do you say for the offense in general? I mean, you talk about having faith in the individual players, but having your starting quarterback and your starting running back on the sideline could cause a lot of other issues that didn't seem to prop up for you.
That's life in the big dance. You're going to be challenged in a lot of ways as individuals, as collectives, or collectives within the larger collective. It's our job to adapt and improvise and do what's required to win.
Did you feel that your defensive front was more effective against Flacco and in terms of pressuring him than out in Cincinnati?
I just thought as a collective, whether it's front, secondary, linebackers, I just think we were more solid. I think we were more connected. I thought we communicated well. It's not necessarily about what it is that they do. It's about the quality of what we do. And I thought we were just above the line in so many of the intangible areas today that allowed us to play.
What can be said about Darnell Washington's performance today, especially that big run that he had where I think he rode over like 3 Bengals players?
It's been highly consistent. We're appreciative of him. We're appreciative of Spencer Anderson. That's why we introduced him with the starting lineup to show respect to that.
Were you able to talk with Aaron after his injury, either off the field or at halftime?
I was.
Did he disclose anything?
He was excited about the win. I just talked to him. But that's all we talked about. We didn't talk about his injury. We talked about the significance of the win.
Anyone else?
How significant can you say this win is, considering with where you guys are in the division?
It's perspective. You know, it feels good right now, but it's about what happens moving forward, and it always is. That's just the nature of this thing. It's sweet today. Tomorrow we go back to work. It's big business waiting on us next week.
All right. Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, guys.
Our first, I don't know, 8 or 9, it seemed like. So that put us in, behind 8 ball. Obviously, field position didn't help, but when you're backed up, you got to get a first down, and a couple first downs start to shift that. We didn't do that, turn the ball over too many times.
When you look at the third down struggles, is there a common thread or something you guys can work on during the week to kind of correct some of what's been going wrong?
Yeah, there's some things we can work on, for sure.
What are some of those things?
I'm not going to tell you.
Much about you guys overcoming the defense to beat you. What do you feel like the capabilities of this team to counter the different things that team throw at you guys week to week?
I have a lot of confidence in our ability to counter whatever anybody throws our way.
Aaron, would you like to see some more Jalen on third down? I know you said getting him some more opportunities.
Yeah, I'd love to see Jalen on the first, second, or third down, but